I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Government to the People program. There's a lot going on in the city of Laurel, starting with the Department of Parks and Recreation. I'll have the director here to fill us in on all the details, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Carreen Koubek, reporting for Laurel TV. We're bringing back Government to the People, and I am very lucky to have with me for our first guest, Mike Lhotsky, Director of Parks and Recreation. He is here to tell us what's going on with parks. There's a lot coming down, so let's start first. Thank you first for joining us.
Thank you, a pleasure.
We're here at Centennial Park. There's so much going on. We will get to this a little later. First, September 6th, we hit a record high with the Doggy Dip Day, and it made a splash. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think there were two records, Carreen. I think the temperature was a record for that day. As you recall, it was a very hot day. Yes, our Doggy Dip Day, we typically have that the first Saturday after the pool closes on Labor Day. So we had over 160 dogs show up, and with their masters. So we had a lot going on in the pools that day. It was very well received, and everybody had a great time.
I know I've been there, and my dogs absolutely love it. So I can just imagine there were a lot of tongues wagging and tails wagging and feet going and just chaos everywhere. But it's always a blast.
A lot of chaos, and everybody had a great time. No injuries, no
good.
Dogs getting aggressive, so it was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Now we have something else coming up, September 13th and 14th. I believe it's the Butterbean Tournament. Why don't you tell us about that? That's very near and dear to Laurel's heart.
That's true. The Butterbean Co-Ed Softball Tournament is coming up this weekend at McCullough Field. It'll be all day, both days pretty much. We're hoping for good weather. We co-sponsor this with the committee who are involved with the Laura Giddings tragedy and the Giddings family.
Yeah.
And this is our third year, so we're thrilled to be a part of it. It's a great neighborhood event. It's a great community event. You get a lot of people coming out to it to watch the ball games. You get a lot of entertainment. They have, I think, a band and DJ playing occasionally. There's a cornhole tournament going on, I think, during the same time.
Become very popular, cornhole, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, right. So, and it's almost like an old home week. You get so many people who knew of the Giddings family or knew of Lauren that come together and kind of share fond memories. But
good.
There's a lot of good softball going on too.
Okay, good. Now, the same weekend, there's a free concert.
Right.
And this sounds like a blast. I am looking forward to seeing this one.
Right, right. You and I are kind of the same generation where that
yes.
music was so popular. But that Sunday evening at McCullough Field Stage on the 14th, we're having an Earth, Wind & Fire tribute band. So they'll be playing. It's a free concert. You know, people come out, bring their lawn chairs.
Love Earth, Wind & Fire.
And we're very excited about this. We think it's going to be a very good concert.
Now, following that, on the 19th, we're having another movie at McCullough Field.
Right.
This looks like another fun one.
Right, right. We're having another free movie at McCullough Field, and that's the Muppets Most Wanted is going to be showing. And we'll again do this at the McCullough Field stage. We'll have our screen and projector set up, and it'll take place at about dusk. So what? It's getting darker earlier now, right between 7 and 30 maybe-ish.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably start showing that. And again, a great film for families to come together at the site there.
Can't go wrong with the Muppets.
That's right.
Now, McCullough Field, usually it's at the Laurel Lakes. Why don't you tell everyone the corner so that if anyone doesn't know where McCullough Field is, they'll know where they can look on their GPS.
Right. McCullough Field is at the corner 8th and Montgomery Street, right there off Montgomery. It's actually the whole block between 8th and 9th Street, but Montgomery Street is where it's located. You know, it's been a popular field in Laurel for 35 years. So.
Yeah, big things go on there. I mean, you've got the tennis courts, you've got the softball field, you also got what's the Sturgis Moore area now, and so it grew just within the last few years. So make sure you all come on down because there's a lot of stuff going on at McCullough Field.
That's correct.
And so what's going on the 21st?
That's right. The annual dog show is going on the 21st, and that's I think we're charging $5 per dog for different events, best in show, you know, some tricks, those type of things. It depends on what kind of category you want to register your dog for, but registration starts at 11 a.m. and the dog show will start at 12. So
I know they had one category where the dog looks like the owner or the owner looks like the dog. That was so funny to watch.
Right. That's a very popular one, right?
And how many years? This is the
third year.
Third year.
Former council member Gail Snyder started it off. Yeah, I think this might be the fourth year. I think she did it for 2 years, and we're into our second year.
Okay, all right. Yeah, a lot going on down at McCullough Field.
Yep.
Now let's move into October. We're getting into Halloween season. So, what do we have coming up?
We're coming up at the Robert J. DePietro Community Center on October 25th, I believe. Yes, the Halloween Spooktacular, and this is an event that is co-sponsored by the Laurel Lions Club.
Right.
And it's really an event for younger kids to put on their costumes, come out, do a little parade around. There's some free events going on, free food, that type of thing. We'll have a magician there. So it's an event where the younger kids can put on a costume, come on out and strut their stuff.
And that'll work very closely, because I know you all don't manage it, but you have the Main Street Halloween as well, the trick or treat.
Right.
And that's all, I think, going to be in the same week, isn't it, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, I think typically the Main Street event is on Halloween itself for the 31st. Haven't heard an update if that's going to change this year or not, but yeah, very popular event on Main Street.
This works well. They get a chance to test drive their costumes at the Spooktacular,
right.
And then they come on out to Main Street and get to go up and down and trick or treat. More often it's treat than trick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of treats.
A lot of treats. Now, November, we're heading into the holiday season, Thanksgiving. Right. What do we have going on November 7th? This is another popular event that you have that is this going to change at all? Because this is an event that would start at the police department, and the police department isn't there anymore. Right.
So the Harvest Moon Hayride, November 7th, as Carreen said. Yes, it's still going to occupy most of Riverfront Park. We're still going to have the bonfire. The staging area for that, or where people can come and park, is going to be really down on Main Street and the parking lot, basically at the main and the corner of Route 1. So that'll be the starting.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's where that's going to move to.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. This will be the first year we weren't able to use the police department as a parking and staging area.
Right. Well, I think people are going to enjoy the longer ride, because it's beautiful. As long as it doesn't rain, it's always a cool evening.
Yep.
You get that nice ride. I always thought it was a little short, so I think this is going to work out perfectly. And then you have that nice bonfire at the end where you get to warm up, and I think you have apple cider and music and entertainment, and everything goes on, right?
Yes, yep, all that is correct. And yeah, it is a good event. A lot of people will enjoy it. We get Boy Scout troops, Girl Scout troops come out, and a lot of families with younger kids come out. So yeah, it is a very popular event.
Is there a cost involved?
$3.50. Younger kids are free.
And if you have a group, isn't there a special price for grouping as well that they can call?
Yes, if you call our office, 725-5300, ask for Parks and Recreation, you'll be able to get some information on special group pricing.
Okay, great. So we're out of November, heading into Christmas. I know. We're how many more days? There's probably only like 100 and some days left till Christmas, if that.
Yeah.
So we're heading into December. This is the big one, December 5th.
Right.
We've got the parade.
Right, the holiday parade. Yes, that's correct. That's always very popular. It ends at the Armory at the 5th and Montgomery Street location with the tree illumination and the Armory illumination. Of course, Santa Claus is there. The parade will start from the Municipal Center, basically come down Montgomery Street to 5th and Montgomery, the location of the Armory, terminates there. Santa gets off his magic ride, which is, it's kind of fun to watch that. Goes into the Armory, and he enjoys talking to all the kids and seeing what they would like for the holidays.
And you offer refreshments, and the city usually has the canteen there with hot cider and all that good stuff.
That's true. Not a full meal, but you can get your refreshment drink and some cookies and that type of thing.
Get your cider fix, right? And we always hope for a little sprinkling of snow. It just makes it more Christmassy.
That's true. We've had that on occasion.
Yes.
Not lately, but one year we did get some snow. Not enough to cancel the parade, but the backdrop was beautiful.
Right.
Yep.
I remember.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got Santa again. And this time you get a little more time with him, and you get to have a meal with him too.
That's true. Breakfast with Santa, which is on the 13th, December 13th, and that'll be at the Partnership Activity Center. And That one you need to call and make a reservation and register ahead of time, because we can only accept so many people for that. But yes, Santa, his elves, Rudolph make an appearance. You get to spend a little more time with Santa and tell him what you would like for the holidays, that type of thing. You get some very good picture opportunities, and some music there also, and the meal. You get your breakfast too.
So make sure to sign up early, because it is very popular and it does close out quickly.
It does, that's correct, yes.
So that takes us through the end of the year. Lots of stuff going on at Parks and Rec. Give them the website so that they can visit it and see all this information.
Well, www.laurel.md, and you can scroll down to the Parks and Recreation screen for what's going on. Our brochure is in there. The fall brochure is available, so you'll see what's going on, not only what we just talked about, but also some of our classes, other special events, and some sports leagues that are going to be available in there also.
And the phone number?
301-725-5300 is the phone number to City Hall. They ask for Parks and Recreation, and they'll transfer you back to us.
So keep all of this in mind, mark it on your calendars. The ones that need to be registered for, please be sure to do that as soon as possible. They do fill up quickly. It's very popular.
True, yes.
So we've gone through the end of the year, but there's a lot of stuff going on. We're here in Centennial Park, as I mentioned at the beginning. So we've got a lot of projects going on with Parks and Rec, and let's start with this one right now. Centennial Park has a skate park coming up.
Yes, skate park coming up. That's what you see in the backdrop right now. You can see the concrete has been poured for that. We're standing on a new walkway, which is part of the project. Over here, just behind Carreen, is the new playground that was put up earlier this spring. So this project is getting very close to being complete. We think by the end of September it'll be all complete. The skate park needs some ramps to be installed still, some fencing, a little more landscaping, and that'll do it. Some of the landscaping we're going to do also is going to be a community type project. We're going to ask people to come together on maybe a Saturday in October. We haven't set the date yet.
Okay.
But we'll have the plants here available. We'll have some designs here, and we're going to ask people to help us do the planting and just put the finishing touches on the project.
Make the community part of their own park here.
That's what we want. We want people to really enjoy the park and
become invested in it. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. We got a lot of neighbors around here. We're trying to be good neighbors to those folks. The skate park will only be operated during daylight hours, and it'll be controlled by a card pass type system similar to our dog park.
Oh, good.
So the kids will have to come to us with their parents and fill out the proper paperwork. We're going to charge $10 for the card, which is an annual fee for the park.
Okay.
They'll be able to come to the park, slide their swipe card, get access to the skate park, and then the skate park access will stop at dark. We won't allow anybody else in, so their card won't be activated after dark.
So it'll be one of the dawn to dusk parks where
that's right,
they can only operate during the day.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're excited about that.
I can guarantee you there are a lot of kids in Laurel that are going to be very excited about that too. I see a lot of skateboarders here in Laurel, so I know that they're all anticipating this opening.
Right. We're very excited about the opening, and there'll probably be a grand opening planned by the mayor and city council. Date yet to be determined.
That'd be fantastic. There's another project that you've got going on at the Armory, which has been ongoing, and I think you're close to completion with that.
Very close to completion. Yes, that's been a little over a year now, but we got some state funding to do some project down there. For those of you who don't know, the Armory was built in 1927, so it's been around quite a while. We've had some issues with water infiltrating the building in certain places. The windows have been an issue. So we've renovated all the windows. It's a historic building, so we had to do it properly, make sure the Maryland Historic people were okay with what we wanted to do. They gave us their approvals. All the windows have been renovated. A lot of the mortar and brick have been either replaced or renovated where we had some leaks coming in. We've done a number of repairs to the gymnasium. We put new insulation in the gym. We've done some of the drywall and plaster in those areas, so it's coming to an end. It's about a $600,000 project, and we like the results so far, so we're very excited about that.
And it is $600,000 because you've got to follow the historical format, right?
You do, right. We've got some state money for that, and basically it's a matching fund, so We spend our half, then we get the other half reimbursed from the state.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, yes.
I like to hear that, and so I'm sure a lot of other Laurel residents do as well.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
so now we've got the projects, we've seen what we've got going on, but there's always something going on with Parks and Rec. It doesn't matter. You have classes constantly.
Right.
So how can they find out about the classes?
Right. Well, as I said, our fall brochure is out currently, and this is the second go-round for the brochure that we've done a direct mailing. So everybody in Laurel should have got a brochure mailed to their residence, to their apartment, and they should have access. But as I said, you can go to the website and you can see what's going on, what classes and activities are available during the fall season.
You've got the teen club, the drop-ins.
Right, the teen club. Friday night, we got both a middle school drop-in and a high school drop-in, and that's at the Robert J. DePietro Community Center, and that's becoming very, very popular. We've got gaming lounges at the Armory that the kids can use also. Yeah, it's very popular. We do some freebies for them every once in a while, put a meal together for them, but the kids enjoy that. Other classes, we've got youth kid classes, everything from our preschool program, which is going on right now since school is back in session, to ballet, to fitness classes for adults, karate classes, all kinds of dance classes, as I said. We got the gymnasium or the fitness rooms at both locations, the Armory and the Robert J. DePietro Community Center, that adults can enjoy while their kids are taking a class at the site. We've also got drop-in programs for adults to include basketball, volleyball. We have basketball leagues for adults that are going on right now. So take a look at the brochure. I'm sure there's something that would interest just about anybody.
We talked about the teens, we talked about the adults, but we also have something for the seniors.
Right. We still have a very active senior program, and that operates mainly out of the Armory, but we use all our facilities for some kind of event when it's concerning seniors. One of the best programs, I think, is the transportation program.
Yes.
And that's a free van program, well, not free, but it's a van program, curb-to-curb service. Costs $25 a year for use as often as you want to use it. You have to call and make a reservation, for whatever time. If you need to get to a doctor's appointment, get to shopping or whatever, just call our office at the senior number is actually 301-776-6168.
Okay.
And they'll be able to give you some information on how to join the van service.
Is that within the boundaries of Laurel?
It is. It's within the boundaries of Laurel. We tend to go outside just a little bit if somebody's got a doctor that might be just outside the Laurel area. But yes.
It won't take them to D.C. or Baltimore, but you can
correct.
stay within City of Laurel with a little give.
Right, a little bit of a gift right there. But, when you talk about D.C. and Baltimore, we also have a very active trips program that the seniors can participate in. And Gina Wade, our senior coordinator, puts all that together. She's done a lot of trips to the Baltimore, Washington area. Just about anything that you're interested in, Gina will put together a trip for. And they're very, very cost effective. It's easy for seniors to afford it.
And I know she's worked with other facilities and had tea parties, and I've seen pictures. They sit around with a tea party and Gina's serving them tea, and and they seem to really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's very popular also. Like say some of the backdrops, we use the Greenview Pool Cabana area for that. We use the Lake House at Beauty Park. So the backdrop is pretty enjoyable, and Gina does a great job with her staff of setting it all up to make it look a little fancier than it normally would look. So.
Oh, the cabana room's very nice, though. It is.
Yes, it is.
Well, other than this skate park and what we've discussed, is there anything else that you can think of? I mean, that was a lot. That was plenty, but is there anything else you can think of?
Well, we've got a few projects that we're trying to do, and these are outdoor projects concerning just maintenance, really. Maintenance of some of the paths and some of the parks. We're going to look at doing a little work at the Granville Beauty Park, which is, their path is very heavily used. People like to walk and jog that all times of the day, night, and all times of the year. Riverfront Park, we've got a few issues down there that we're going to try and to take care of some of the paths down there. So that's one project. And when you're talking about maintenance, we've got a parking lot at the Petro Center needs a little work, so we're going to try and get some of those things done too. And we've got a little bit of money left at the Armory to do some things. So I'll call a Phase 2 project will be coming up in the near future. We're looking at expanding the bathroom facilities for that building. We're looking at basically the basement area what we want to do with that area as far as expanding for more activities down there, maybe a dance room, bigger dance room, and we need storage, so there'll be some storage efficiency looked at also.
Making use of what you have, right?
That's exactly right, yep.
Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate all the great information that you brought us. I know the residents will appreciate it as well.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You make sure to tune back in next month. We will have Public Works to give us all the details on what's coming up with their department. In the meantime, make sure to watch out through September, beginning of October, to catch on what Mike had to say. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.